touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On one, ready? 11.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mixon running wide side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. A man who missed all of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Bengals, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 2, ready?
Jet sweep to start the drive. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Bengals.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
On one, right?
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hey, middle.
Jackson on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. That's taken in by Duvernay. And out of bounds right around the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Odafe always so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the lead will hold at 13.
McPherson, as a rookie last year, made a league-leading 9 kicks from 50-plus yards and added to it in the playoffs with some other big kicks to help propel his team to the Super Bowl. But that time, unable to convert.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Jackson now. And now here's another interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the lead will hold at 13.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where for quarter number 3, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. End zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second and very short, Jackson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Deshaun Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
11 empty. 11 empty.
Again, it's Mixon. He finds, there he goes, left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. is confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
11 empty tank. 11 empty tank.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, 42 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go, here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
It always feels like good players fall to the Ravens on draft day. And David Ojabo is the latest example of a draft steal. Big-time potential and had a breakout season 2021 in Michigan.
On second down, here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down.
Gun. Cut. 11 Thomas. Cut.
They run for it with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
40, Ravens 28. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here taken in by Morgan. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Inside handoff to Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Here we go, here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 27 yards. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. David Ojabo, his second sack of the night.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 164 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here we go.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. How about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
I'm one, ready? 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're going option play on 3rd down. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
So a fourth quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's